अथ श्री यमुनाष्टकम्
8 verses for Sri Yamunaji. During his first India travel, Vikram Samvat 1549, when Srimad Vallabhacharya reached Srimad Gokul Dham, he was in dilemma between Sri Thakrani Ghat and Sri Govind Ghat. At that time, Sri Yamuna Maharani appeared in her eternal transcendental form before him and ordered him about Govind Ghat. He was just 13 years old at that time. He extolled Sri Yamunaji with this prayer octet, which is considered as invocation in Pushti Marg, that is path of grace. With prayer, this octet describes the 8 accomplishments, perfections a soul gets from Sri Yamunaji. The 8 accomplishments described in Vedic literature like anima, garima, etc. can be sometimes detrimental in the path of devotion, but accomplishments received from Yamunaji are only helpful in Krishna realization.
नमामि यमुनामहं सकलसिद्धिहेतुं मुदा मुरारिपदपङ्कज स्फुरदमन्दरेणुत्कटां तटस्थनवकानन प्रकटमोदपुष्पाम्बुना सुरासुरसुपूजित स्मरपितुः श्रियं बिभ्रतीम्.
First verse. I offer my obeisance to Sri Yamunaji, who can bestow all accomplishment, whose bank is sparkled with abundant shining dust particles from lotus feet of Murari. New trees are appearing on whose coast, and those trees are manifesting full blossom flowers there which fall in the water and make it fragrant water. Devotees in both mode of goodness, the divine, as well as in a mode of ignorance, demonic, worship you nicely. Such Sri Yamunaji is holding Sri Lord's glory. For all accomplishment, first perfection of Sri Yamunaji, Sakala Siddhi Hetum Muda. Sri Mahaprabhuji standing on the Kurani Ghat and seeing the appeared eternal transcendental form of Sri Yamunaji, he is ecstatically offering obeisance and glorifying her, that Yamunaji is giver of all the perfections, the perfection by which a devotee crosses all obstacles, coming in reaching the lotus feet of Lord and obtains Lord. All those perfections are described in each and every verse. On the banks, Sri Yamunaji's water and especially the dust of lotus feet of Sri Murari are residing, since all pastimes and Leela of Lord, that is daytime and nighttime, are happening at the banks of Yamunaji like Ras Leela, Gocharan Leela, Dana Leela, Holi, etc. So the dust particles of the lotus feet of Murari are especially available there. On the banks, the dust of lotus feet of Sri Murari are in more quantity than Sri Yamunaji's water available there. To get the water of Yamunaji, one needs to go to water on the bank and fill it and having it achaman, etc. But the dust of lotus feet of Lord Murari is reaching to everywhere on the banks of Sri Yamunaji, including trees, creepers, leaves, groves and birds residing on them. All the pedestrians passing by, Yamunaji flying along with the air. This is the special mercy of Sri Yamunaji, that here dust of Lord's lotus feet is more than Yamunaji's water. New forest appearing on your coast. Sri Yamunaji, for the pleasure of Lord, manifests different kind of groves, arbors, forestry, creepers, leaves, fruits, earthen bed, etc. as required in the pastime desired by Lord. The Lord has daily new desires, and Sri Yamunaji manifests different new forests as per them. From those trees transcendental, fragrant flowers keeps falling in the water, and due to it, that water also remains fragrant. The worship of Sri Yamunaji, the materially visible water form, that is Adi Bhautik, is performed by living entities in the mode of goodness, Sattvic, and darkness, Tamasic, which means selfless and selfish living entities, or polite cowherd people and Gopijan and the pride cowherd people. These are all cowherd people serve the mistress, transcendental deity from Sri Yamunaji. This Yamunaji holds 6 attributes, virtues like Prabhu, Shri Krishna, which will be described subsequently. Sri Yamunaji appears Lord Sri Krishna wearing clothes and adorn herself just like Lord Krishna. Lord is called Smarapitruha, which means the father of Kamdev. Sri Krishna in Dwarka pastime incarnated as Pradyumna, who is enjoyer of complete loving mellow. So here Sri Yamunaji is considered as beholder of the same luster as that of this Smarapituha, Lord Sri Krishna, and is called more beautiful than Kamdev, god of desire. Because Lord Krishna is more expert than God, Cupid in deep mellow, delighting pastimes, and in those pastimes Sri Yamunaji also enchants Lord Krishna with similar competence.
Kalindagiri mastake patada manda purojwala vilasa gamano lasat prakata ganda shailonata saghosha gati dantura samadhiruಢdolottama mukundarati vardhini jayati padmabandho sutta.
Second verse. From Kalinda mountain, Sri Yamunaji in her water form, in exorbitant measure, flowing effulgent, amusement and gleeful velocity. Sri Yamunaji is flowing just like a bride is going in a nice palanquin, and sound caused by the bouncing of small and big stone of mountain with flow of water. This daughter of demigod of sun, who increases the love for Mukunda, such a daughter of demigod of sun be victorious. This is second perfection of Sri Yamunaji, Mukundarati Vardhini. Here Sri Mahaprabhuji is seeing Sri Yamunaji in her water form coming in high velocity from Kalinda mountain. Due to velocity, water is effulgent, and due to rocks on the path amusingly stopping, bouncing, jumping and gleefully flowing water is visible. Here you are viewing both material visibility body form, that is water form, as well as transcendental deity form together, that is physical Adi Bhautik and transcendental Adi Daivik. Sri Yamunaji is flowing like a new bride with nice makeup, sitting in a nice palanquin is going, or a new bride is swinging on a nice swing. Sri Yamunaji in her water form is setting out with hailing sound just like a bride arrives in intense emotion, and her bracelets, anklets and belly chain etc. 16 jewelry, sword shringar, makeup is creating sound. All glories to such Sri Yamunaji, who is the daughter of the friend of lotus flower, that is sun, who held blossoming of lotus flower. Here the reason for giving this analogy is that daughter has acquired this trait from her father, just like lotus flower blossoms with the help of sun. Sri Yamunaji blossoms lotus flower of devotion in the heart of transcendental living entities from the seed of devotion. Thereafter you make love for Mukunda increases. Here speciality is that the Lord Mukunda bestows liberation, but due to mercy of Sri Yamunaji, such Lord Mukunda also develops love for living entities, and living entities also develop love for Lord Mukunda. Liberation have opposing traits than loving relationship, and this is mercy of Sri Yamunaji.
Bhuvam bhuvana pavani madhigata maneka svanaihi priyabhiriva sevitam shukamayura hansadibhihi taranga bhuja kankana prakata muktika valuka nitamba tata sundarim namata krishna turya priyam.
Third verse. You are purifying many places flowing from Kalinda mountain to VRAJ with many different sounds. You are nourishing parrot, peacock, swan, etc., birds and such, all living entities in mode of goodness, sattvic, passion, rajas and ignorance. Tamas are also serving you like a loving goddess. The glow of sand on your banks is like the glow of pearl bracelets in your hands. Your banks are looking like the waist of a beautiful girl. Sri Mahaprabhuji offers his obeisance to such Krishna's fourth queen. This is the third perfection of Sri Yamunaji, Bhuvan Bhuvana Pavani. You are flowing from Kalinda mountains to VRAJ, purifying many places in between. Your water, which is in mode of goodness, purifies many places and makes them optimum, that is full of sattva, sattvic. Bhuvan is referred to as a body. You are the one who is eliminating restriction of material body and senses of all the devotees, jivas, coming in devotional path, purifying them to be fit for devotional service and experience the Krishna God. This glory is your spiritual form, that is adhyatmic form. On your bank, birds like parrot, peacock, swan, etc. in the mode of ignorance, tamas, mode of passion, rajas and mode of goodness, sattvic, are getting nourished as they have taken your shelter. Sri Yamunaji is giving nourishment to them, and same way, three sa, ra, ta type of jivas, sattvic, rajas, tamas type of jivas, devotees, are also getting nourished by you. Devotees like parrots serving by their speech, devotees like peacocks serving by their body, and devotees like swans serving by their mind. When you take the form of a new bride, then these devotees are gracing your companions, just like the chirp of birds is called a mellow catalyst for divine coupled form of Krishna. Same way, these friends also stimulate the emotion of a bride in the heart of Sri Yamunaji by their description of melodious pastimes of Lord. Just like Sri Yamunaji nourishing many birds in your water form, same way Sri Yamunaji nourishing devotion of many kind of souls, devotees. You are graced being covered by such devotees as companions. Sri Mahaprabhuji is offering his obeisance to such fourth beloved constant admirer of Lord Krishna, Sri Yamunaji, who is graced with devotee companions with such beautiful waist and wearing bracelets of pearls. Chaturtha Priya means beloved constant of Lord, who belongs to the attributeless group of Nirgun Yutha.
Ananta Guna Bhushite Shiva Viranchide Vastute Ghana Ghana Nibhe Sada Dhruva Parashara Bhishtade Vishuddha Mathura Tate Sakala Gopa Gopi Vrute Krupa Jaladhi Sanshrite Mama Manas Sukham Bhavaya.
Sri Yamunaji is graced with innumerable virtues and divine personalities, so Shiva, Brahmaji, etc. are also singing your praises. You are gracing like deep black cloud. You are wish fulfiller of devotees like Dhruva and Parashara. On the banks of holy Mathura, you are covered by all cowherd boys and girls, Gopa Gopi. Sri Mahaprabhuji is petitioning that Sri Yamunaji, who is well coherent and mixed with the Lord, the personification of ocean of compassion, is delightful personification for mind. This is the fourth perfection of Sri Yamunaji, Krupa Jaladhi Sanshrite. Sri Yamunaji is graced with innumerable virtues. Demigods are also glorifying her. In Varaha Purana and other scriptures also, the immense glory of Sri Yamunaji is described. Your divine limbs are like deep dark cloud, because the color of romance, love, mellow is black. And Sri Yamunaji is also with the complete loving. Mellow connects with Prabhu and give Prabhu special pleasure. Sri Yamunaji bestows desired benedictions, welfare benedictions to the devotees like Dhruva and Parashara, who are dependent on her mercy. Due to this, you have united your Dhruvaji and Parasharji to your adored Sri Krishna also. Sri Yamunaji is giver of such transcendental gift. Unalloyed banks of Mathura are covered with all cowherd men, boys and women, girls, Gopa Gopi. The daytime pastimes Leela like Gocharan etc. with cowherd boys, and the night pastimes like Ras etc. with cowherd girls. Mathura city is considered one of the 7 liberation giving cities, Varanasi, Ujjain, etc. But due to advent of Yamunaji, Mathura city has become Bhakti Dhyani. That is, one who can bestow devotion to Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, is considered far superior than liberation. Because of this reason, Mathura is called Holy Mathura, Vishuddha. Mahaprabhuji is petitioning to such ocean of mercy, Sri Yamunaji, that by your mercy my mind also gets such pleasure. Krupa Jaladi means Sri Krishna, the personification of ocean of mercy, and due to union of Sri Prabhu, Sri Krishna and Sri Yamunaji has acquired form, quality, etc. that of Sri Krishna. By taking shelter of such ocean of well-mixed mercy, Sri Yamunaji, one gets Sri Krishna, because Sri Yamunaji has acquired capability similar to that of Prabhu Sri Krishna. Only one Lord, Sri Krishna, is the pleasure of Sri Mahaprabhuji, but meeting of Sri Yamunaji is giving him the pleasure as of if meeting Prabhu Sri Krishna, since Yamunaji has synthesized very well with Sri Krishna. Hence, here Sri Mahaprabhuji is praying that by your mercy my mind also gets the rejoice. Since Sri Yamunaji is well synthesized with Sri Krishna Prabhu, Sri Yamunaji also possesses 6 qualities of Sri Krishna Prabhu. In this verse, these are explained as follow. Opulence means Aishwarya. Ananta Guna Bhushite. Strength means Virya. Shiva Viranchi Dev Stute. Fame, glory, Yash. Ganaghanani Bhesada. Wealth, Shri. Sri Dhruva Parashara Bhishtade. Wisdom, Gyan. Vishuddha Mathura Tate, renunciation, Vairagya, Sakala Gopa Gopi Vrute. Opulence. Sri Yamunaji's opulence is that she is adorned by innumerable virtues like Prabhu Sri Krishna Aishwarya. The second, the strength, Lord Shiva, Brahma, etc. demigods are praying to you. This is your special valor and virya. Third, fame, glory, always gracing with the supreme enjoyer of all conjugal loving mellow. Prabhu Sri Krishna is your virtue of fame, yani yash. 4. Wealth. Uniting devotee under your shelter like Dhruv and Parashara with Prabhu Sri Krishna is a virtue of wealth, yani Shri. 5th, wisdom. Liberation. Giving Mathura city has started giving devotion due to your appearance there. This is your special wisdom, virtue, Gyan. 6th, renunciation. All cowherd boys and girls on your bank are performing pastimes with Prabhu Sri Krishna, breaking free their material bondages. This VRAJ devotees are enjoying transcendental pastime due to mercy of Sri Yamunaji. This is your renunciation virtue, Vairagya.
Yaya Charana Padmaja Muraripoh Priyam Bhavuka Samagamanto Bhavat Sakala Siddhida Sevatam Taya Sadrushatamiyat Kamalaja Sapatni Vayad Hari Priya Kalindaya Manasi Me Sada Sthiyatam.
5th verse. Just like Sri Gangaji appeared from the lotus feet of Sri Lord Vishnu, can become dear to Sri Murari Prabhu. It has become possible only when you united with Sri Gangaji, and then Sri Gangaji can now bestow all benedictions. Only Lakshmiji, who appeared from a lotus flower like you, who is your co-wife, such as Yamunaji, dear of Lord Hari, can eradicate all imperfections of such dear devotees of Lord Hari. In this age of Kali, such Sri Yamunaji always be object of worship for my mind. This is the 5th perfection of Sri Yamunaji, Hari Priya Kalindaya. Sri Gangaji appeared from heaven by washing the lotus feet of Sri Prabhu Hari. Here speciality being told is that water used in washing the feet is not acceptable to Lord, but the mercy of Sri Yamunaji, such Gangaji became acceptable to Lord Sri Murari Prabhu. Here Sri Mahaprabhuji has used the word Murari for Lord, the enemy of demon Mura, and Mura demon is the defect of water. In description of the character of Bhaumasur, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Mura demon has also been described, just like Prabhu has rectified the defect of water by killing the demon Mura. The same way Shri Yamunaji united Sri Gangaji with Lord Murari, and that Gangaji could bestow all the perfection only due to union with Sri Yamunaji by her mercy. Sri Mahaprabhuji has described Lakshmiji as co-wife of Sri Yamunaji. Lakshmiji is lawful wife, and Sri Yamunaji is also same honor with Prabhu Sri Krishna. Next, Sri Mahaprabhuji will tell that Sri Yamunaji is more glorious than Lakshmiji. Sri Yamunaji is called Kalindi as she appeared from Kalinda mountain, the one who protects devotees from the defect of Kali Yuga. Due to influence of Kali Yuga, vacillations of mind and body and bad association and nuisance caused by mind, body, etc. cause doubts to come on path of devotion. All these coverings are removed by Sri Yamunaji, transcendental spiritual form.
नमोऽस्तु यमुने सदा तव चरित्रमत्यद्भुतम् न जातु यमयातना भवति ते पयः पानतः यमोऽपि भगिनी सुतान् कथमुहन्ति दुष्टानपि प्रियो भवति सेवनात् तव हरेर्यथा गोपिकाः.
Verse 6. With the feelings of always praying obeisance to Sri Yamunaji, he says that, "Hey Sri Yamunaji, your character is wonderful, because the demigod of death, that is Yama, does not give any punishment to one who has drunk your water. How can Yama bid the sons of the living entities who drank the water of Sri Yamunaji, of his own sister, even when they are evil to whatever extent? Lord Hari loves the living entities who drank you in the water form, just like cowherd maidens of VRAJ Gopijana. This is the sixth perfection of Yamunaji, Priyo Bhavati Sevanath. The character of Sri Yamunaji is told to be very wonderful because Sri Yamunaji makes a stern demigod like Yamraj, god of death, lenient towards her kinsmen. Being the son of demigod of sun, on Bhai Dooj festival, being the brother of Sri Yamunaji, Yamunaji has promised her that living entities under her shelter are like her children, and those become his sister's son for Yamraj. Those living entities never have to go through the punishment of Yamraj because these living entities are drinking material form of Sri Yamunaji, denoted by the word Paya. The word Paya has two meanings, water as well as milk. Paya Panata. The water of Sri Yamunaji performs many pastimes Leela, which will come in subsequent words, Smara Sharam Jalanubhi. Drinking of this water established the eternal pastimes of Lord Krishna in the heart. Afterwards, like milk, Sri Yamunaji nourishes devotion to Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Lord Krishna, in her children. These living entities, fearlessly like cowherd maidens of Vraj, become beloved to Lord Shri Krishna and can receive the fruit just like cowherd maidens of Vraj got the fruit of Katyayani fast. By your mercy, the living entities can become beloved of Lord Shri Krishna by getting selfless love, filled devotion like that of cowherd maidens of Vraj Gopijana.
Mamastu tava sannidhau tanunavatvame na durlabhatamaratir muraripau mukunda priye atostu tava lalana suradhuni param sangamat tavaiva bhuvi kirtita natu kadapi pushti sthitai.
Sri Mahaprabhuji is praying Sri Yamunaji that I get your association, and by that, if I get Tanunavattvata, hey beloved of Lord Mukunda, if this happens, then having love in your Lord Murari is not rare. Here Sri Mahaprabhuji glorified that you are so kind that the river of demigods, Suras Dhuni, Gangaji, has become glorious on the earth because of your affection and confluence. Otherwise, living entities on the path of devotion would Pushti have never glorified. This is because glorification of Gangaji does not give eternal body required for eternal pastimes with Lord, but only eliminates the sinful reactions. This is the seventh perfection of Sri Yamunaji, Tanunavatvam Tavata. Tanunavatva can be obtained by mercy of Sri Yamunaji, which means external sense and internal senses, that is mind, intelligence, ego, etc., all become transcendental. The primary responsibility of living entities on the path of devotion, pushti entities, is service and remembrance. That is the means and that is the fruit, both the sadhan and phal. For that, well-being and transcendence of all senses is very important. And similarly, by your Sri Yamunaji's grace, association after living material body gets service in eternal pastimes by spiritual transcendental body. The love for Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is not very rare due to the transcendence of internal external senses is natural. Here Lord is called Murari, who destroys the defect of water. Water element is especially important in 5 elements of body. So by purifying the body, Sri Yamunaji evokes the affection of Prabhu Shri Krishna. Here Mukunda is also said. Mukunda means bestower of liberation. So elimination of worldly attachment and only attachment to Prabhu Shri Krishna is obtained by your mercy. This is liberation on path of devotion, and Lord Mukunda also have attachment towards such living entities. Because of this reason, Sri Yamunaji is beloved of Lord Mukunda. The form and the service of living entity is divine and perfect due to spiritualization of complete body, and thereafter those living entities see everything as a part and parcel of Lord and pastimes of Lord, which is very essential for notion of super soul. That is Sarvatma Bhav. Sri Mahaprabhuji told this resultant fruit to living entities on path of devotion in the scripture named Seva Phal Vivaran, that on this planet earth, service and remembrance of all senses, and after leaving this material bodies, service of Shri Krishna Prabhu through spiritual body in the Golok spiritual abode, all this can be obtained by the mercy of Sri Yamunaji. Atostu, Gangaji has become glorious in world due to your confluence with Gangaji and nurture of Gangaji done by you. The living entities on the path of devotion, pushti entities, service, would not have prayed to Gangaji, as Gangaji is the destroyer of sins and bestower of heaven, but for the souls on the path of the devotional service. Only aspiration is devotional service to Supreme Lord in the spiritual body. All this has been bestowed to Gangaji by confluence of Sri Yamunaji.
स्तुतिं तव करोति कः कमलजासपत्नी प्रिये हरेर्यदनुसेवया भवति सौख्यमामोक्षतः इयं तव कथाधिका सकलगोपिका सङ्गम स्मरश्रमजलाणुभिः सकलगात्रजैः सङ्गमः.
Hey beloved of Lord Hari, you are equal to Sri Lakshmi Ji, who can do your glorification, since after service to Lord Hari, a soul gets till liberation by service of Lakshmi Ji. But you are more glorious than Sri Lakshmi Ji, because after performing pastimes with the cowherd maidens of VRAJ, the appeared atoms of love like sweat, etc., appearing from the confluence of all body parts of Lord, are attainable only by you. This is 8th perfection of Sri Yamunaji. Smara Shramajalanubhi. After comparing Sri Yamunaji with Sri Lakshmi Ji, you are emphasizing greater importance of Sri Yamunaji. After service to Lord Hari, the joy of liberation achieved by service of Lakshmi Ji is insignificant in front of devotion. Connecting with Supreme Lord and love in devotion or joy of doing devotional services is considered supreme, which can be obtained by the mercy of Sri Yamunaji, because Sri Yamunaji is obvious beloved Maharani of Lord of Golok. Sri Yamunaji can bestow this transcendental joy, and Sri Lakshmi Ji, being the lawful wife of Vaikuntha, can bestow till liberation. When Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna performs aesthetic pastimes like dance of divine love, Ras Leela with personal associates, then for fatigue salvation perform frolic in water of Sri Yamunaji. Then by the confluence of complete body of Supreme Lord, the water of Sri Yamunaji gets atom of love like sweat from the body of Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna. And those pastimes of Lord gets established in the heart of living entities on the path of devotional service just by drinking that water.
तवाष्टकमिदं मुदा पठति सूरसूते सदा समस्तदुरितक्षयो भवति वै मुकुन्दे रतिः तया सकलसिद्धयो मुररिपुश्च सन्तुष्यति स्वभावविजयो भवेत् वदति वल्लभः श्रीहरेः.
Verse 9. In these yielding words, you order that, hey, daughter of Sun God, by happily reading this octet prayer, always all sinful reactions get destroyed of those living entities, surely gets attached to Lord Mukunda, and after obtaining all perfections by that, Lord Murari also gets satisfied with him, and those living entities become victorious in their nature. This is being said by Sri Vallabh Sri Hari. Sri Yamunaji is addressed here as daughter of Sun God. Just like by sunlight, darkness disappears, same way the Yamunaji removed darkness of nescience from the heart of her personal associate by light of devotion. The seed of devotion blossoms in the heart of devotees, just like lotus flower blossoms by the sunlight, the same way lotus-like heart of transcendental living entities blossom. The daughter got the qualities of the father, so here Sri Yamunaji is called the daughter of Sun God. Vedic scriptures provide many pious solutions to destroy all sins like chanting, fasting, donation, etc. But Sri Yamunaji effortlessly destroys all the sins obstructing the progress on the path of devotion. Thereafter, the living entities got loving attachment to Lord Mukunda. Only after getting loving attachment to Lord Mukunda, one can do surrendered devotional service. This loving attachment is obtained by mercy of Sri Yamunaji. Then that soul obtains all perfections of path of devotion which are helpful and essential on the path of devotion. Lord Murari also gets satisfied with such living entities, and such nice position is maintained eternally by them because due to the mercy of Sri Yamunaji, they also become victorious on the path of nature. And the nature of Supreme Personality of Godhead is that He does not give bliss of eternal identity provided to devotees of VRAJ to other living entities. That nature of Lord also gets changed due to the mercy of Sri Yamunaji, and Lord gives donation of that bliss to all living entities under the device care of Sri Yamunaji. Nature, Swabhava, means which feels good to itself. Due to the mercy of Sri Yamunaji, that living entity only like the life of service, association of devotees, and that brings self-realization, and by such happening, his devotion becomes eternally perfect. In this way, the victory on his nature is obtained by living entity only by the mercy of Sri Yamunaji, and he can obtain Supreme Lord, beloved of Sri Hari. Sri Vallabh is giving such order to Sri Hari himself in the form of Sri Vallabh is giving this order. Thus, the end of Sri YamunaAsthkam prayer octet prepared by Sri Vallabhacharya Ji.